Hey, it's Scott Barrett and welcome back to the Burning Truth. The coffee is lukewarm this morning. The Weetabix is giving me Iron Survivor energy, and you know what that means. It's time to ring the bell, ding, 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 and break down this week's absolutely stacked episode of NXT. Last night, the Performance Center was buzzing. We're well on the road to NXT Deadline now this Saturday night, and it's kicked into overdrive. We're talking huge victories, backstage mysteries for a bit of rhyming, and one of the most chaotic tag team battle royals I've ever seen. And let's not forget those Iron Survivor Challenge qualifiers. Some stars punch their tickets while others are left licking their wounds. But wait, there's more. A shocking backstage attack on Eddy Thorpe has the entire locker room on edge, and Jada Parker's feud with Lola Vice just hit another level on NXT Underground match is officially in the books for Deadline. Oh, and did I mention legends like Eric Bischoff and X-Pac stopped by to drop some knowledge bombs. This episode set the stage perfectly for Deadline, and trust me, there's so much to unpack. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stick around because this is the Burning Truth. And I'm just getting started. So what do we know about NXT this week? Well, it's all about momentum. The roster geared up for Deadline, high-stakes qualifiers. We were at the Capital Wrestling Center. Do they still call it that? The Performance Center in Orlando for this one. And yeah, it seemed like we were ready for a bog-standard episode of NXT with Eric Bischoff, really, but we got loads and loads. So let's rip through what happened and talk about it as we go, yeah? The women's division kicked off the night with a high energy last chance qualifier. So what we did is we got four superstars: Jada Parker, Wren Sinclair, Kalani Jordan, Cora Jade, who hadn't qualified already, and brought them together for a last chance to qualify for the Iron Survivor. All four of them bought their A game. I'm not going to lie. I keep saying it. The women's division in NXT is the best women's division in the world. Real highlights, actually. Kalani's daring moonsault off the barricade. Cora Jade with some crafty heel tactics. And the climax, if you like, saw Lola Vice interfere, attempting to spinning back fist on Jada Parker. This rivalry's been going on and on and on and on and on. But she actually accidentally struck Wren Sinclair, and Sinclair fell onto Cora Jade and got the 3 count. So she claimed the final spot in the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, even if not necessarily on purpose. It was accidental that she fell on her, and obviously caused by Lola Vice's spinning back fist. But hey, you take the wins when you can get them. So Wren Sinclair officially in the Iron Survivor Challenge. Cora Jade, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, not happening. So yeah, good news for her. We also had a men's version of this match as well, which was Eddy Thorpe, Axiom, Cedric Alexander, and Lexus King. And again, all the same things. So we're talking about... Just have a coffee. Oh, that's really good this morning. Yeah, Eddy Thorpe, Axiom, Cedric Alexander, Lexus King, exactly the same thing. They had Lexus King, exactly the same thing. I'm rhyming twice. I've rhymed now. They've lost their qualifiers already, and this is their last chance to get into the Iron Survivor. And this was another fast-paced technical showcase, actually, this one. Thorpe outlasted his opponents, though, with a decisive victory, and he solidified his place at Deadline. So Eddy Thorpe wins the match and goes to Deadline. However, we're unsure now. Celebrations were short-lived because at the end of the show, Thorpe was found actually attacked backstage, leaving him potentially injured and casting doubt on his ability to compete at Deadline, if you like. So the shocking development adds layer of mystery heading into that premium live event. Who attacked him? Why did they attack him? And who's going to fill his place in the Iron Survivor Challenge? At the end of the night, we had Lexus King, Cedric Alexander, I can't remember who else, maybe Axiom, standing over him like as if to say, did you do it? I didn't do it, was it? So, yeah, there's a bit of mystery there now leading into Iron Survivor, and we've got Deadline on Saturday night. So Iron Survivor, Saturday night, bit of mystery, actually really looking forward to it. But before we talk about any more NXT, actually, let me tell you about episode 349 of the Burning Truth podcast, which went live last night, early this morning, and it's a certified main event, right? Matt and I, Matt Burns, my co-host, and I mean, today I'm solo Sokoa, but normally I'm with him. And we were breaking down the most jaw-dropping stories from Survivor Series War Games. The drama is real. CM Punk, Roman Reigns teaming up, analysing every shocking moment of that uneasy alliance and what it means for the Bloodline's future. We also talked about Rhea Ripley leading her team to victory in the Women's War Games, but tensions with Bianca Belair potentially boiling over. What happened to Jade Cargill? What does it mean for the women's division as we head into 2024? We also had Matt calling the shots in a pre-book this segment where he challenged me to pre-book he asked me to pre-book the Women's United States Championship from Saturday night's main event through to WrestleMania. And I think I did a good job on this one. Matt actually gave me 5 out of 5 bangers, so you can have a look at that. And we also had our Buried Alive segment, which is where it's a bit like our equivalent of Room 101, where we decide what should be buried alive for all time, what is absolute wrestle crap. And this week we were talking about multi-team tag matches with only 2 legal competitors at a time. And, you want to find out if we finally laid that to rest, because I can think of about 10,000 ways we can do that better. I was all for burying that, definitely. So what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe. It's on the YouTube. It's anywhere you get your podcasts. Turn on your notifications. Catch episode 349 of The Burning Truth. Available now. It's hotter than a Crossroads in the main event, I'm telling you. What else did we have on NXT, though? We had the Tag Team Battle Royal. And the tag division took centre stage here, and it was really chaotic. And this was to determine the next challengers for the tag titles, currently held by Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Yeah, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Teams like Gallus, OTM, the D'Angelo family, and the underdogs in this probably with the No Quarter Catch crew. And they fought tough and nail for the coveted opportunity. The battle came down to the final moments with the No Quarter Catch crew pulling off the upset victory here. Their hard-earned win ensured a shot at the gold at Deadline. So some real momentum, and if you like, I don't think I've ever seen them with momentum before. So, their momentum really has never been stronger, I suppose you can say. If they've never had momentum like it, it's never been stronger, has it? What else did we have? Jada Parker and Lola Vice. So I talked about it earlier on. We had Lola Vice's interference costing Jada Parker her last chance fatal four-way for the Iron Survivor Challenge. And Jada Parker wanted immediate retribution, right? Ava stepped in, officially booking an NXT Underground match. And if you remember a few years ago, we had Raw Underground. I think this is going to be a similar sort of thing. No ropes, do the business. She booked this Underground match for Deadline. So we're going to get Jada Parker versus Lola Vice at Deadline in an Underground match. And tensions boiled over. Parker took matters in her own hand. She threw that stupid brick made of foam at Lola Vice and then dropped her with an elbow strike. And that was everything we needed to know leading into Deadline. So we got that huge match now, Jada Parker versus Lola Vice, finally getting that match, which is exactly what we want. Before we talk about anything else, are you interested in, you might be, making sure your holiday style is truly too sweet this year? If you want to be styling and profiling at this year's Christmas party, or be the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in festive fashion, you need the Burning Truth Christmas Jumper 2024. This jumper is as snug as a mandible claw and as sharp as an RKO out of nowhere. Guaranteed to make you the people's champion of your Christmas parties. So if you're aiming to raise some Christmas hell or just keep warm, it's a limited run, so get yours before it's too late. The link is in the description below, and it's also on our website, which is theburningtruthuk.com. Let's dive back into the action. I'm glad you enjoyed that. That's Christmas jumper. I like it, I do. I'm waiting for mine to arrive. I only ordered mine a couple of days ago. Delivery normally within 5 days. So, yeah, really looking forward to that one. What else did we have on NXT? Nikita Lyons returned to action in a competitive match against Carmen Petrovic. Lyons displayed signature strength and agility. However, it was actually Petrovic who eventually got the win, staking her claim for bigger opportunities in the women's division. And I think even though Nikita Lyons dominated this, it was nice to see Petrovic get the win. So exciting to see where she goes going forward. I always say it, NXT Women's Division is the best women's division in the world, hands down. And this proved it again, right? So just another quality women's matchup on NXT this week. What else did we have this week? We had Eric Bischoff made an appearance after he announced it last week. He delivered his insights into the evolving NXT landscape, and his segment with Trick Williams and Ridge Holland added a bit of depth to the brewing NXT Championship feud. There was no real news from that segment other than it was nice to see Eric Bischoff there, and it was a bit of teasing for the match itself. But I think Trick versus Ridge is going to be really good on Saturday, genuinely. I'm not a big fan of Ridge Holland. I just don't get it. I don't think he's charismatic enough. However, I am excited to see Trick put him down, and I'm hoping that's what happens. And then we got Sean X-Pac Waltman, X-Pac 6. He graced the NXT stage. He was offering advice to the younger roster, and it was just nice to see him backstage hanging out. And again, there was nothing really from this other than him giving my man Javon Evans a 2-sweet. Absolutely brilliant. And that was pretty much NXT, right? So that it delivered on all fronts, action-packed matches, compelling storylines, and a major mystery with that Eddy Thorpe attack. So the stakes are set for Deadline this Saturday. It shows perfectly what we are waiting for, and it promises to be a thrilling event. I think highlights for this episode of NXT specifically, I would have given it maybe 3 bangers. I think the women's qualifier was good. The men's qualifier was good. The tag team battle royal was good. But we're waiting for Saturday. We're waiting for Deadline. Can Eddy Thorpe recover in time to compete? Will Jada Parker and Lola Vice tear the house down? I mean, we'll only know then. And that's a wrap. Yeah, I'm done. That's a wrap for this week's NXT. Just checking my notes there. Make sure I had nothing left. Next Tuesday, the Performance Center is set to deliver even more chaos, high-stakes drama and surprises. But before that, we've got Deadline this Saturday night. It's one of NXT's most unpredictable premium events, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. I'll be back here Sunday morning to review all the action and break down the results and talk about what's next for the NXT roster. Will Eddy Thorpe be cleared to compete after his mysterious attack? Who will emerge victorious from the Iron Survivor Challenge and stake their claim to a future title shot? And will Jada Parker and Lola Vice's underground match steal the show, or will it be an absolute flop? Anything can happen at Deadline, and I'll have all the fallout covered right here on the Burning Truth YouTube. You want to keep the conversation going? I know you do. Give us a ping in the comments below. You can find us on Twitter at TBT Live UK, Instagram at The Burning Truth, and Facebook at The Burning Truth. Catch all our episodes, live reactions on the YouTube at The Burning Truth 251. We're on TikTok at The Burning Truth 251. If you've got any predictions, questions, thoughts about Deadline or anything else, you can drop us an email at info@theburningtruthuk.com. I genuinely would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. It's the best way to support the show and keep the wrestling conversation alive. And hey, it's not too late to grab that Christmas jumper. It's on the website, theburningtruthuk.com. Perfect for cozying up while watching Deadline this weekend. Until next time, stay hyped, enjoy the action, and I'll see you Sunday morning for an explosive NXT Deadline review. Keep it real, and as always, Excelsior!